Hi all chess goodies and welcome to my video. Today I'm gonna show you what to do when you're gonna be down the exchange. And right now I mean down the exchange that you will just lose the exchange, like that you will miss some tactic or something like that. Not in a way that you would sacrifice that consciously, you know. I don't mean that right now. But yeah, I'm gonna demonstrate what to do by my game that I've played. So yeah, I'll go through the opening quite quickly. We played Vienna game. I decided to go aggressive with f5, but then he jumped in. He won the piece back like this, so it was fine. Then he took this knight, quite a weird move, but fine. Now he played this, and now I played bishop e6. Completely missed knight f6, winning the exchange. But my opponent didn't. So he won the exchange and then exchanged queens. So we've got this endgame where, as you count the material, we have both one rook, then one bishop, and then he has a rook for a knight. That's how it is in the endgame. 8 pawns each. So yeah, what to do now? Well, it is well, my opponent is on the move currently. He developed the bishop, attacked the rook. So I've just moved the rook to f8 because I think that the f file is the most promising file for my rook to the future, as you will see. He castled. Now I went f4, and that was because I don't want to open up the position too much, because if I would like, if these pawns would, would get rid of the board, then his rooks would be much more powerful because they would have open files to operate on, and it would be much more difficult for me. So when you're down the exchange, try avoiding opening up the lines, uh, especially if it's like that you're down the exchange that you have a knight for the rook. Then you want to keep the position as close as possible because the knight loves close positions and the close doesn't. Yeah, so that is your goal. So I wanted to close the position, and also I sort of trap this bishop here. It is gonna have hard time getting out of it here, as you will see. But okay, he attacked my rook. I've just moved it up. Nothing's happening. Then he attacked this pawn. And as you can see now, the eval bar says it's equal. And that's because my pieces are much better than his. You can see, and it will prove in a few moves. I just attacked the bishop. Well, not the bishop. I just attacked the rook with my bishop. And this bishop stands here just very nicely, controlling all of the light squares around the white king. And white cannot counter that because he only has a dark square bishop. So he just moved out of the way. And now what are you gonna do in this position? There is a very natural looking move, and that is knight to d4, just improving the position of this knight and threatening some nasty checks here. This bishop is perfect here. This knight is perfect here. Yeah, you see that? So that is why the position is equal. You have to have the initiative when you're down the exchange. And now he played f3. I don't know why, to be honest, but now you can already see that I'm better. Because I just took, he captured, and I took that with check. I just won a pawn, and now the king can go either to h1 or to f2. It is quite equalish good, but obviously, if you play a game, you don't want to calculate king to f2 because there could be some nasty discoveries with the knight with this check. So optically, king h1 looks better, and that is also what happened in the game. And now, as I said, this bishop is nice. This knight is also nice. You, well, yeah, they're just beautiful pieces. And now, if you look carefully, there is already a move that can win you material almost, and that is pawn to g5. Because, as I've said earlier, after that I thought that this bishop is sort of trapped here. Now it becomes more clear. Since this pawn is defended, all I need to do is to play at rook f6 and take this bishop. And then I would be up material. And it is just as simple as it looks. The way to, don't lose the bishop is to play rook f1 and give back the exchange like this. And then g4. I have a beautiful knight here. I'm up a pawn. And I have better endgame if not winning. But yeah, this was the way to play it. But that didn't happen in the game. In the game, my opponent went for c3, and now just simple rook f6, attacking the bishop. The bishop has nowhere to go, so he decided to take the pawn at least, and I took with the knight, and now he played b4, well, not b4, d4, and this is already just a losing mistake. You saw the eval bird plus 10 for black. That is because of simple move rook f2. You see, now you can see that the king is just so weak there, and yeah. Also important, this bishop just prevents any rook from entering to f1, because then I would simply take that and would be up a whole knight in that case. So he just went for d4. I've claimed the control over the second rank, and then the game ended very quickly after king g1, rook g2 check, king f1, and here my opponent resigned after rook h2 check, because it doesn't matter where he goes. If let's say king g1, then just knight to f3 would be checkmate. Just very nice. And if I would go back to the beginning of the end game, as you can see now, this rook is on a1. Look at the rook at the end of the game. It still sits on a1. And yeah, being up the exchange isn't worth anything if you don't use it. You know, I just played with all my three pieces perfectly. You use them to attack the king, get the bishop back, and just, yeah, I claimed the initiative and was just active. And that is exactly what you need to do. If you're down the exchange, it is not the end of the world. You just need to play actively. If you would sit passively and give white a few moves at the beginning of this endgame, like this, then, well, if I would do a few moves with the king, then he can just develop the bishop as he did. But then after castles, and now if I wouldn't play that f4, let's say, but just move the king, then he can, for example, get the rocks out and open up the center with c3 and d4, and then he would have a nice game. So yeah, you need to do something quickly and actively, and as I said, if you have a knight against the rook, it is very nice to keep the position as much closed as possible. As much closed. So yeah, that's what you need to do when you're down the exchange. Just don't give up, fight, and you can win a nice game as I did, even if you lose the exchange early on. And this is the video. Thank you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys enjoyed it. We hope you guys enjoyed it. You can check out my other video here. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.